And we start this hour in Limpopo, where pupils in the province are back to school today. Learning and teaching was delayed in flood-stricken areas due to sustained heavy downpours. To get you a sense of how this is unfolding, bring in SABC News Reporter Katlego Nyoni, who's been on the ground tracking these floods and their aftermath. And Katlego, I see you outside one of the schools that's been able to reopen today. Help us locate where you are and what you've been able to see so far.
Good morning, Ayanda. We are now at Shawela village, just outside of Nyoni, and this is, of course, Mukula High School in the village of Shawela. The learners here are starting to arrive at this particular school this morning, but not necessarily for the resumption of learning and teaching. This is for a collection of some of their reports. We know, for example, the Mopani East Education District, with about 305 schools in that particular circuit, 91 of those schools could not be accessible. You have other education circuits like the Vembe East Circuit, where you have a total of 550 schools. About 378 schools in the Vembe region in that particular circuit were able to open. However, 172 schools in the same circuit were inaccessible. That's because the floods had battered and ravaged large parts of that particular area. We have districts such as Sikukuni, where a number of schools, 7 that we know of so far, were not able to reopen because the Sikukuni region was not that heavily hit by the floods. And then this is the situation that we are picking up on the ground. There are schools also, Ayanda, where the school nutrition program trucks and drivers were unable to reach those particular schools, largely because the road conditions are not considered safe. Some of the bridges had been washed off, thus leaving those places inaccessible. Right now at Mukula High School, Ayanda, I'm going to bring in one of the grade 12 learners here, Nzalo Nkuna, just to talk to us about how she's feeling about today. Nzalo, thank you very much this morning for agreeing to talk to us. You are back at school. I want to find out how you are feeling this morning.
Thank you. I feel so happy to be back at school since it's my last year in high school. So it's been so long. It's been so long for me to be in my last year in high school.
And right now, Nzalo, you are doing grade 12 and you are starting your school year a week later. You know, it means you have to work twice as hard. How does that make you feel?
It make me feel like I'm so great, but I don't feel like I don't feel good because it is going to be hard for me. And since the flood has impacted us, we should have opened the school last week, and we would have pushed more hard in school. But this flood has impacted us in studying, because we were unable to study and we were unable to reach to school.
Nzalo, thank you very much, and we're wishing you all the best in 2026. You will be able to catch up. Thank you so much for your time this morning. As you can hear, a very concerned learner there, a grade 12 learner, Ayanda, saying essentially that they would have preferred to start school in time as the other learners across the country. However, Mother Nature decided otherwise for this particular section. So large parts of the Limpopo province were heavily hit by the floods in the Mopani district as well as the Vembe region. As you can see now, they are under mop-up operations are underway at Mukula High School. This as learners and teachers start to arrive at Mukula High School. We're seeing that parents are also gathered at the school. The community has rallied together to essentially basically clean up and ensure that learning and teaching resumes without any further interruptions. But what I can tell you about this morning, where we are reporting from, starting from Nyoni all the way to Mbaula village as far as Mashishimale, it is overcast. We're not sure if it's going to pour down. However, it is overcast. There is no sign there of the sun showing up this morning. Ayanda?
Gosh, and we hope that doesn't complicate those mop-up operations as residents and the schooling community try to piece their lives together again. But we'll wait and see and certainly keep watching that story as it unfolds. Katlego Nyoni, live to us there from Mukula High in Limpopo. Thanks very much indeed.